guys, Nick, aka the one and only Crisis YT, and today I'm going to be doing one of those more motivational commentaries, in which I sit down with you guys and spit some words that some people find, wow, that was really motivational, about attitude and your dreams and things like that. Today, I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about stress and how, 80 to 90% of the stress you have, you're probably responsible for. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an example real quick. So, all of the things that stress me out, I'm going to go through them really quick here. I have the Crisis Hub, I have this channel, the Crisis YT, I have Crisis Plays launching next week with just incredible amounts of videos going up. I have Crisis TV 2.0, I have the website and the writers to worry about, I have the director program to worry about, and I have the YouTube network to worry about. So, all that stuff I have to worry about on a day-to-day basis. I have to do that stuff and worry about that every day. How much of that am I responsible for? That if I just didn't care about any of that, would I be okay? Would anything, happen? Well, minus the fact that, I wouldn't be making any money, which is kind of an issue because, you do have to support yourself and stuff like that. Minus that, all of that stuff I'm responsible for, and that stress I caused myself. I didn't have any of that stress before 2 years ago. Before I started doing YouTube videos, I didn't have any of that stress. And then as time went on, I've become more involved in YouTube and business and websites and stuff. And next thing you know, my stress is huge. But again, all of that stress is caused by me. 95% of my stress is caused by me. Really, you can almost say 100% of my stress is caused by me. Now, with you guys, it might not be like that. So I'm going to ask you guys to take a moment and write down, type out in a notepad document or a notepad, write it down, something, on a piece of paper, whatever you want to do. And write down the 5 things that stress you out the most, that make you just dread the next day, that make you worry and things like that. Write those down right now. I'm going to take a minute, pause the video, write those down, and then come back. Are you going to do it or not, man? Come on. Just fucking... Whatever. Alright, if you didn't do it, then you're going to be missing out here. But if you did, awesome. And I'm happy to see you're interacting with the video. For some of you, you may want to post those in the comments, by the way. It's not going to be... that is going to be today's question of the day. What stresses you out? If you want to post all of those in the comments, go ahead. If you want to post one, that's awesome. If you don't want to post any because it's personal, I 100% understand that. So, first off, what could be stressing some people out? Let's go through some things. Family. This is one you can't really control. You can't control how your family acts. You can't control what family you were given. You can't control any of that. So... that's out of control, and if that is your main primary stress, chances are a lot of your stress isn't caused by you, but yet other people. Now, how we can deal with this kind of stress is by simply just taking it out of your life. Now, again, with family, that's almost impossible to do. In some cases, it's not. In some cases, it is. If you can, remove yourself from your family if they're just, leeching money off you or something like that. At that point, I think it is okay to say, okay, these are my family, I love them, but... they literally are just taking, and I can't take it anymore, and then you're going to have to remove them. But if it's a family emergency, something like that, then, you have to deal with that. And that's stress that there's no control over, and it sucks, but that's just how it is. That being said, for some of you, it might be school. And if it's not school right now, it might be in a few weeks. So, how can we deal with stress from school? Well, first off, it's using your time wisely. If you're stressed out about school, you need to use your time wisely, okay? If you're in class time and your teacher gives you an opportunity to do homework in class, use it. Don't joke around with your friends. They might call you weird, whatever, but you just need to be like, dudes, I'd rather go home and play Call of Duty than go home and do homework. I have the chance to do my homework now. I'm going to do it now. And so just take advantage of that and do your homework in class if you have the option. If you don't, well, then that sucks. But don't procrastinate. As soon as you get home, get out your textbook, get your homework done. And, in an hour, hour and a half, boom, you're playing Call of Duty for 4 more hours the rest of the night. So, there's no reason as to why you should not be able to get your homework done and relieve a little bit of that stress. Now, sometimes that might mean, an hour and a half, could be 4 hours, and you might not be able to play any Call of Duty, and that sucks, but that's how life works sometimes. That stress, homework stress, can be solved. Also, if you're having trouble in a class, don't be afraid to go to your guidance counselor and see about dropping, moving into a lower class or something like that, because that is an option. There are other kinds of stress out there. One that I have had experiences with in the past is girlfriends that are just like always freaking out and stuff. And I know that women are emotional, but there's a point of emotional abuse and there's a point of just being emotional. And emotional abuse is a thing that happens. So nevertheless, that is something that actually is in your control. If it's just a girlfriend, it's easy to just say it's over and I've got to move on. Now, it's going to be difficult. People are going to get hurt, but that's the thing. Whenever a relationship ends, it's going to hurt. So, yeah. Another thing is friends. When it's just your friends, you can say, it's easier to just get rid of friends because you just stop talking to them. That's just how that works. And if you see them every day, it's kind of more difficult, but it's still a little bit easier than like a relationship that's been going on for a while, or even just for a few weeks, it still can be difficult. But yeah, so I went through some things to how you can deal with some of the stress, but at the end of the day, if you look at your list, I guarantee a lot of those things you control. Now, I'm not saying to get rid of your stress, because if I got rid of my stress, I literally would have nothing. I don't know what I would do with my time if I got rid of all of the things that I mentioned that stress me out. But, that being said, you can time manage well, and you can do things like that. Also, this is where it gets really motivational. You guys have to look at this. Are you proud of the stuff that stresses you out? If it's YouTube, are you proud of YouTube? If it's a Minecraft thing, you're building something on Minecraft, it's stressing you out. I've actually, this could happen. So, are you proud of that? If you are, then that's something you need to keep doing. Because the stuff that stresses you out that you're responsible for is what makes life great. It's what makes life awesome and entertaining and fun to live. The stuff that stresses you out that you're responsible for is the stuff you'll leave behind when you die, and people will be like, wow, that is amazing. It's that kind of stress that you need to keep. The stress that is in your control is the stress that's most important. So nevertheless, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. What stresses you out the most? That is the question of the day today. Tell me that in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If we can get 35 likes, that would be amazing. I'm CrisisYT, and I'm out, guys. Peace. And here are two videos you guys may have missed. On the left is my new YouTube channels, in which I announce actually some of the YouTube channels that I mentioned in this video. So go check out that video if you're interested in my new channels, the Crisis Hub and Crisis Plays. I actually throw a link in the description to those in this video as well. So, nevertheless, go check out that video if you're interested in those channels and the content that's going to be on them or already is going up on them. And on the right is a blast from the past. I played some World at War. I actually got a 20+ kill streak before the mods kicked in. So go check out that video if you love World at War, love my live commentaries, and all that awesome stuff. If you're new around here, please subscribe. Don't forget to answer today's question of the day. I'm CrisisYT. And I'm out, guys. Peace. Also, check out today's Crisis Hub video. It's pretty interesting.